Hello everyone and welcome to Garage 360. Today I have with me the Moto E7 Plus, the brand new smartphone in the budget E series from Motorola. It is powered by a Qualcomm Snapdragon 460 SoC and it also packs in a big 5000 mAh battery. I'm going to unbox it, give you my first impressions of the device and also run you through all the specifications. And while I do that, be sure you are subscribed to the Garage 360 YouTube channel and click that bell icon so that you have the first to know when we have a new video. So this is what the box of the Moto E7 Plus looks like. It's a typical Motorola packaging and it does have some key specifications above the device. So at the back it mentions a 48 megapixel camera system and night vision. So a 48 megapixel primary camera in this particular price range is not very common. So I am interested to see how it performs. Also packs in a 5000 mAh battery and it has an octa-core processor with 4GB of RAM and 64GB of storage. So without waiting any further, let's go ahead and unbox the device. I'm going to quickly power it on. Let's also check what else do you get in the box. You've got documentation. For the SIM eject tool, this is a 10-watt charger you get, and this here is the cable. And this is a micro USB cable. I am a little surprised to see a micro USB cable for this one. I would have preferred a USB Type-C cable, considering most other smartphones in this price range have the USB Type-C port. What do you think about it? Do you want a Type-C port or you're completely fine with a micro USB port? Let me know that in the comments below. So I'll go ahead and I'll set the device up. It's checking for updates. So while it is doing it, let me just talk about the phone. So at the front you've got a 6.5-inch HD plus display. It is the taller 20:9 aspect ratio. At the side, as you can see, the sides are quite flat and it kind of reminds me of the Moto G9 design as well, wherein it was a little flat. It doesn't curve smoothly. At the back you've got a dual camera setup with a fingerprint scanner positioned right below it. The camera module also reminds me of the Moto G9. The color finish is really nice. It's a gradient finish. Motorola calls this the misty blue color finish. They also have twilight orange. That's the other color option that you get on this device. As you can see, the 4 buttons on the right, you've got the power button which has a texture on it, so you wouldn't really have to double guess if you have your finger on the power button or no. Above it is the volume rocker, and above that, right at the top, is the Google Assistant button. Now this is something we've seen slowly becoming common on Motorola smartphones, and a couple of other manufacturers are also doing it. The Nokia 5.3, for example, is another device that has a dedicated Google Assistant button. At the top you've got the 3.5mm headphone jack, and right above the display is a dewdrop notch which houses an 8 megapixel selfie shooter. Let's check the ports at the bottom. You've got the bottom firing loudspeaker here. This is the micro USB port and the primary microphone. The fingerprint scanner placement is quite good. So when I'm holding the device, my finger rests naturally on it. So that's very good because you can simply unlock the device while you're holding it. The phone packs in a 5000 mAh battery, and that's the reason why it is slightly thick. It's not too thick, but I wouldn't say it's very slim either, and it weighs about 200 grams, which I think is fair because most other smartphones with this battery capacity also weigh around the same. Let's quickly set a pin and the fingerprint scanners at the back. That's very easy to set it. Now that we have set it up, it does use the new navigation gestures that's available on Android 10. So these are swipe based gestures. However, if you're not comfortable using it, you do have the option to going back to the traditional 3-button navigation layout. Now, like most other Motorola smartphones, you don't get a lot of pre-installed apps on this device, which is a good thing. I like the clean Android approach that Motorola has taken. Let's quickly check what version of Android it's running. So it's running Android 10. And it has the September security patch, which is very recent. So let's take a look at Moto Actions. Now, like every other Moto phone, it has Moto Actions, but the Moto Actions are kind of limited. You have the fast touch, which is the double chop action to start the touch, but some of the other Moto Actions are missing, like the double crank gesture to start the camera. That's not available, but you do have the other options. You have the 3-finger screenshot. Motor display is also present on the device. It does not have a lot of bloatware, which is a good thing, and it's a rare thing as well because most smartphones in this price range do have a couple of pre-installed apps. I only see Facebook, which is pre-installed here on this device, and you can go ahead and uninstall it if you don't want it. It looks interesting. Now let's talk about the dual camera setup at the back. So the primary camera here is a 48 megapixel sensor with an f1.7 aperture, and by default it gives 12 megapixel output, so it uses quad pixel binning, and along with it is a 2 megapixel depth sensor. The smartphone is powered by a Qualcomm Snapdragon 460 SoC. Now, this is the first smartphone I am reviewing with the Qualcomm Snapdragon 460. However, there are a few other devices in the market with the exact same processor, and Motorola has launched it in one variant only. So you have 4 GB of RAM and 64 GB of storage. There's only one variant available for it. Now I am looking forward to test this device out. I want to see how this 48 megapixel camera performs and how the big 5000 mAh battery that it packs in performs in day-to-day use. So that was a quick unboxing and your first look at the Moto E7 Plus. Now, what do you think about this smartphone? Let me know in the comment section down below. And as always, for all things tech, stay tuned to gadgets360.com.